I'm here with Jen Kessy at the first event of the year. Jen, you have been out a few seasons, you got two little babies and stopped playing beach volleyball. But now you're back on the tour. Tell us how this happened.
You know, it's funny. It's not something I was looking for at all. I was actually at home. I had just given birth to my second child, and I was watching World Championships and just, texting April here and there about, hey, you're playing great, or this and that, and just little things. Just always kind of keeping an eye on her, just because, we're friends and we have a good relationship. And then, at one point she just texted me and said, hey, like, what do you think about getting the band back together and you coaching? She came over to my house. We had a long talk about it, and of course it's very flattering for one of the best players in the world to come ask you with no experience in coaching at this level to ask you to coach. So it was a big deal for me, and it meant a lot. But it's a tough decision when you have to be away from home.
Like you said, you're now the coach of Alex Kleinman and April Ross. And after April asked you and you said, yeah, I can think about to do this, was it already fixed that she is playing with Alex? And did you know Alex before? Because she's an indoor player and not known so well, maybe? Yeah,
it wasn't actually fixed. She and I kind of looked through her options, and she practiced with a bunch of people, and we sat down and kind of put our heads together, and I gave her my opinion, and she's going to always do what she wants to do because she's April, but she definitely, I think, made the right choice in this instance. And then since that time, we've had about 4 weeks of training, really good, intense training, but only 4 weeks. And, Alex, I knew her from before. She went to Stanford. She was a standout at Stanford. It's in the same kind of college that I went to. She's a Manhattan Beach local, and so, she's around and she's very, very good. So I always knew she'd be very good.
You said that coaching is also a new part in your life. So what are the difference between being a player and maybe not listen to the coach every time, and now you need to think about how the practice can be? And we also heard that you already get banned out of the players area, but I think this is the smallest problem, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely the smallest problem. It's actually really funny, and I look older now, and I don't look like a player, so definitely don't deserve to be in there. It's different. It's actually, for now, it's easier. I'm not worried about my body and the sleep I'm getting and this and that. I'm just kind of worried about watching video, the game plan, getting them prepared, but then it's really in their hands. And I think with our team, it's together. It's not something very coach driven. It's something that we collaborate on, and I think that's why it's so important to have such a good unit for us, and they're collaborating just as much as I am.
Do you all also chat sometimes with your old coach, Jeff Canova?
Oh, absolutely. We love Jeff. We really wanted to get him on board this year, and it's just not working out quite yet. But I know he's helping out Casey Patterson, and we would love to get the old band back together and make that magic happen again. That would be great.
Yeah, this would be interesting. And did you ever imagine that you are in January in Europe and playing, not playing, but be at a venue and playing beach volleyball?
I never ceases to amaze me, beach volleyball, where we can play. And I've done this in the past in the U.S. They used to have this thing called Hot Winter Nights, and they would bus us around in Minnesota, and we would play in these big stadiums indoor, and I loved it. We had a blast. So for me, I was always kind of hoping that it could be a year-round sport, and now I think it can be.
And how hard is it to be on travel again when your two kids are back home? And even if I think you arrived at New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you have kids, New Year's Eve isn't as big of a deal anymore because you can't even make it to 12 o'clock. So it was okay, but it takes a village, and for me to be able to do this, I have to have a supportive husband, and him, and he has to be just in this as much as I am, and my mom and my family, and everyone's helping out. So I'm hoping we can make it work, and it's not too hard on the kids.
And the plan is to cover the whole season with them. So you travel with them.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I can. I'm not going to go 3 weeks in a row, or maybe not even 2 weeks in a row. We'll see, because I am kind of still full-time mom.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm the one kind of arranging everything and taking him here and taking him there. And it's, you know, my youngest is 8 months, so he needs his mom still. And maybe we'll take him with us. I don't know. We'll see.
And you can choose the nice spots which you can know from the past when you played, like
Yes.
Stade.
Yeah, for sure Stade will be there. But, yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that we can get into a position where they don't necessarily need me there every second. But right now, every point is crucial for us to get out of that country quota and out of that qualifier, so they need me now.
Thank you, Jen. It's great to have you back, and it's a pleasure always to talk with you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. See you soon.